gentlemen, and boys and girls of all ages, a very pleasant good evening to everybody from your flight deck crew. Well, folks, this is your captain speaking. My name is Luke Skywalker. With me in the cockpit this evening is Captain Han Solo, and our flight engineer tonight is Chewbacca the Wookiee. We'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you on board the Millennium Falcon as we are preparing to operate AirTran Airways flight number 440. Folks, we are blasting off for the Dagobah system. We do have a scheduled refueling stop up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Well, Chewbacca's outside the airplane right now. He's working on our hyperdrive unit. If he gets it installed in time for blastoff, we'll make the jump up to hyperspace. We'll have you up to Milwaukee in just about 12 parsecs. If Chewie can't get it working in time for blastoff, we'll have to remain in low Earth orbit at 34,000 feet today. Should take right around 1 hour and 28 minutes for blastoff the touchdown, get up to Milwaukee. Upon arrival, we can expect to find mostly clear skies right now. Temperature a pleasant 59 Earth degrees. Well, folks, before we leave the launch pad today, I do need to call everybody's attention to that seatbelt sign up there. And now it's found it. Please look down and make sure you're snuggled up and buckled up into those anti-gravity seats. And ladies and gentlemen, last but certainly not least, as I'm sure most of you know, AirTran Airways is known for having some of the finest flight attendants in the airline industry. Folks, unfortunately, that crew is on the 9 o'clock flight to Chicago. However, in your cabin tonight, you do have Yoda, R2-D2, and C-3PO. While we taxi out, we are going to go over some very important safety downs with you. Please give them your undivided attention for the few moments that takes. Well, folks, Mission Control just cleared us a blast off, so thanks so much for flying us tonight, and may the Force be with you.
Oh, they like that, Barry. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, folks, good evening. Captain Skywalker with you from up here in the front office. Just a couple other real quick administrative announcements I wanted to run over with you before we do leave. I know our departure time was 25 after the hour, and it's about a minute ago. We do have some last-minute additions to our passengers. There's actually some company mechanics that are heading up to Milwaukee to augment the mechanic group up there in Milwaukee. So we've been asked to wait just a couple minutes, let them get their tools on the aircraft, and get on board here, and we'll be on our way. I did want to mention one other thing real quick, too, for our customers in the cabin there. You may have noticed, as you got on the airplane, there's a number of other of my fellow pilots and also some flight attendants seated throughout the cabin there as well. They are part of our new program here at AirTran Airways. It's called the In-Flight Concierge Service. While we're traveling up to Milwaukee tonight, if you would like to grab any of those folks who are seated and ask them for hotel reservations, dinner recommendations up in Milwaukee and all that, please feel free to do so. They'd be more than happy to try to help you out. And the pilots, if you'd like to ask them about the intricacies of a Boeing 717 or Boeing 737, I'm sure they'd be more than happy to tell you all about the respective aircraft they fly.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is AirTran Airways Flight 440 with service to Milwaukee. For those customers seated in emergency exit row, please refer to the safety information card.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening from the front office. Captain Skywalker here with you. Well, we've reached our cruising altitude of 34,000 feet. And folks, normally about this time we need to get that seatbelt sign off and let you get up and start some salsa dancing in the hallway there. However, we have had some reports about 100 miles or so ahead of us. There is some fairly significant weather going on. It's actually right around the Indianapolis and Louisville area that we're going to obviously avoid the worst part of it, but it may have a couple bumps in it as we do proceed through it. So with that in mind, I'm going to ask you to please stay seated, make sure you're snuggled up and buckled up into those seats, and then once we do get on the other side of it, which should be about, I'm going to say about 20 to 25 minutes, we'll get that seatbelt sign off and let you get up and do what you would like to do there in the cabin and all that. So for now, again, please stay snuggled up and buckled up in your seats as we go through this weather, and then I'll get off on the other side. Thanks very much for your cooperation. Now, folks, good evening, Captain from the flight deck. Thanks very much for your patience. We managed to get through the bumpy parts. Good shape there, so let's get that seatbelt sign off. Certainly welcome to get up and start that salsa dancing if you like, and the always are now. And as always, please just while you are in your seats, do keep that seatbelt comfortable buckled around you at all times, and just in case you do encounter any unexpected bumps in the road. Still looking at on-time arrival of 11:31 up there in Milwaukee. So for now, please sit back, relax, enjoy the ride, and please remember to keep those arms and legs inside the ride at all times. Thanks very much. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening from the flight deck. Captain Skywalker here. Well, we've got some good news. Our flight engineer, Chewbacca the Wookiee, was able to get the hyperdrive unit working, and despite our little bit of tardy departure out of Atlanta and the weather deviations, we're still going to get you to the gate here in Milwaukee about 15 minutes ahead of schedule tonight. Weather up here in Milwaukee looking pretty nice. Part of the cloudy skies reported. Temperature at 57 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, folks, just a couple more minutes. That seatbelt sign will be coming back on as we do make our final landing preparations. So, last call. If you need to get up and stretch those legs or use aircraft's lavatories, please take care of that now. When the seatbelt sign comes on, please make sure you are in your seats. Buckle up and buckle up. Folks, I want to thank you very much for spending part of your day with us today. We do certainly appreciate your business. Hope you have a great week coming up, and please hurry back and see us again for that next Air Trend Airways flight.